Hey everyone, welcome. Thank you so much for being with me here today. I am coming to you face to face with Sacred Sunday messages. Some of you requested that I do this more with my face on camera, and that's okay. Uh, it it's interesting because typically I've done my readings without my face on camera, um, for whatever reason. But it's okay. I do feel more connected. Um, one of my friends told me, she said, I feel so much more connected when I see your face on camera. So I took her advice, and this morning I am coming to you live. I shouldn't say live for me, but on camera, for you, with you, to share energy with you, um, to give and to receive, and to hopefully trigger something in your energy to jumpstart your path for the day or for the future. And so this morning, I feel led to look at the Akashic Tarot deck, and I feel called to that reading for a reason. I do want to say that we have been in this on this path for quite a while for some of us, doing our inner work, doing kind of fighting the dark shadows and pushing them out and allowing them to leave, kind of taking charge, taking control of our empowerment, and meaning that in a good way, um, taking control of um, our, how do I say this? I want to say right to be happy, to be successful, to be fruitful, to be abundant, and to shine our light, right? So all of these works that we've been doing within ourselves have finally come to a place where we are being rewarded for good work, a good job within ourselves, right? Because at the end of the day, our inner core is our inner core. Our energy is ours. Everybody else that we're exposed to, their energy is their energy. Ours is ours, and we stay in our lane, right? So as we nurture our bodies, as we need water, we need food, we need, whatever we need to keep us moving healthfully. We also need that for our spirit, for our energy, for our soul. We need to nourish our soul. And so I feel that we have taken those steps along the way on this path that was so unpredictable at times, at times straightforward, at times, there's a bend in the road and you don't know what's on the other side. But I always feel like in those times, that's where we find our strength to keep moving, to stay on that beautiful path that sometimes doesn't look beautiful, but to feel our way through, and to know that feeling our way through is our faith, it is our strength, it is our innermost powerful compass that leads us to where we need to be, okay? Sometimes those steps aren't always clear, and they don't always make sense, but it almost feels like sometimes we are on this moving sidewalk, moving ever so slowly, and at times ever so gently, but still making progress. And I feel like when you feel like you're not making progress and you're not moving, you better believe that you are, because there are things behind the scenes that you have no idea about that are going on. Inner workings, the universe moving things out of your path, feeling that Lord Ganesha energy of obstacles being removed. Some of those obstacles aren't necessarily other people or jobs or anything else. Sometimes it's our own. If you ever heard that phrase, I can't get out of my own way today. So sometimes we are our own stumbling blocks, right? But Spirit is saying it feels like that is going away now, and we are leaning more on our faith, our trust, and that beautiful energy that comes in to reward us for the work that we've done, for staying the course and for moving so sometimes gracefully, sometimes not, but still moving on our path, okay? Let's take a moment to breathe in and out. Place your hand on your heart or wherever you want your hands. For me, that's what works to connect myself with this energy. To breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. A couple times to clear the energy, to clear the way, to make room for these messages and for this energy exchange between myself and all of you. I feel as if Spirit is trying to say, get excited, because what is before you is plenty of opportunity for things. As I look at the Akashic Tarot cards, I am feeling a sense of excitement in the air. It does feel as if there is something that is almost magical that's coming to the surface, to your visual, to see, to experience, and to live what is transpiring in your life. I do feel as if there is a surge of energy that's coming for all of us, and it is almost like an energy of there is no option here. I can only go forward. I can only go up. That's my life now. And as I was telling somebody yesterday, we were having a serious conversation, and I said, I just don't. She actually said, this was my daughter, and she said, Mom, sometimes I just don't recognize you, because you used to be this person that give, and take the brunt of everybody else's energy, their bad energy. And she's like, Mom, it's like a magnet. People are drawn to you, but it's like you turn the other cheek and you just love. And she said, lately, I've noticed in the last months how much stronger you've become, how you have sort of opened up to your inner truth, to your I will say empowerment, meaning the rising up of who I really am, me valuing myself so much that I will no longer tolerate toxic energy. I will no longer let it penetrate into my core. I will now make every effort to let it bounce off of me. And at times I will admit that is not easy, especially when you're around people who could have narcissistic tendencies or some signs of that. So it's one of those things where I want the human part of me, the part of me that just wants to scream sometimes. I don't want this anymore. I don't want this energy around me. Just please stop. And lately, I've kind of been in that place where I am more picking my battles, I should say, right? Where, yes, I will speak when I need to, because in my heart, I feel as if I have that Empress energy, the Queen energy, where, yes, I value myself. I am important. I am precious in the eyes of God. And I am becoming more and more aware of how precious my energy is and how much I need to protect it. And so whether that's saying no to something at work where you just don't have any more room on your plate for another project, or whether it's dealing with somebody who is actually, how do I say this, not a safe person to be around, or things like that, I will no longer be silenced. I will speak up when I need to protect me, because I value me now more than ever. I can't say that I've ever felt that way, that I've always felt that way, I mean. Because now I do feel as if I have worked on my um, inner core, my shadows within, and I have given myself full permission to open up and expose those so I can become stronger, so I can value and love me for who I am, okay? You don't want to hear about me anymore. Let's get into the reading. I do feel as if I need my glasses for this, so bear with me. Okay, much better. As I was shuffling and as I was giving that energy over to Spirit to work through me, some cards popped out, and I will show you what they are in a sec, but take a quick sec to thank Spirit, thank your divine creator, thank whoever it is you believe in, for another day in this beautiful life. Thank God for your breath. Thank your creator for life. Thank your creator for you, because you are a beautiful, beautiful being of light. And no one can ever take that from you, okay? Whew. Okay. So, as I was meditating, I was praying earlier, and as these cards popped out, it makes total sense to me, and I will show you what they are. The first card out is the Five of Scrolls, okay? Diversity. Immediately when I held this card in my hands as it fell, and as I picked it up, I really felt this surge of energy, kind of like a lightning bolt, kind of just opening up all of these avenues, perspective, employers, opportunities for advancement in some ways for some of you. You know, I'm seeing and hearing needle through the thread through the needle. I'm sorry, I heard a noise in my other room. It's my heat coming on. Thread through the needle, through the eye of the needle, right? It's, if you've ever tried to do that, it's not easy. Especially if you need glasses like me to see up close. But I'm hearing opportunities open up for you. And it's sort of like a lightning bolt, kind of unexpected. And so it feels like with this diversity card, if you see this woman looking at a scroll, then there are other scrolls on the table. She's considering her options. And so I feel that for a lot of us, whatever's opening up is there are many avenues or options in which to pursue whatever this is that's coming for you, right? So I feel like for a lot of you, it feels like an aha moment. Oh, I didn't realize I could do it this way. Or, oh, I didn't realize I qualified for this. I could advance. I could move up. I could, I could work over here versus over here. It could be in regards to learning something, schooling, learning more about your gifts, or taking opportunities to shine your light in other places that you never thought of. Why do I feel like some of you are poets? That's what I'm hearing. I'm kind of feeling and sensing somebody kind of in front of people speaking, or just by your energy being in front of people, it is triggering movement in their energy to inspire or to move somebody to a new perspective, a new outlook, a new way of thinking, a new way of feeling, a new way of maybe new ideas coming in. So it feels like whatever these opportunities are, there's not just one, there are many. And for some of you, it could just be many, but one that really stands out for you. That's what I'm feeling with this diversity card. And 5 to me represents change. So I feel like whatever this is that's coming in for you. And look at the books here. See what I said about education, educating yourself. There are so many options here, and I feel like Spirit is saying you can trust yourself now to just make a discernment, a informed decision about something, because whatever you do, whatever you touch will turn to gold. That's what it feels like for me, for all of you. In fact, that lightning bolt over your head, I feel like that energy of Archangel Gabriel, right? Archangel Gabriel is coming in to deliver some sort of message or open up a big sign for you, for you to see the signs, to see that there is something coming in regards to your future forward, your future now, if that makes sense. Your now, being in the present, being present where you are. I always think of that phrase, stand in the place where you are. Standing tall in the place where you are, standing bright, shining bright in the place where you are. And so for some of you, it could be where you are, your environment, as you grow spiritually, as you move through your path, you are having a profound effect on that environment, and things are changing. I do feel you will see a change coming, and I will say it might feel quickly, like it's quick, or a quick change, but it has been moving at a pace that's slower than you expected all along. You just didn't realize, okay? Things have to kind of be put in place for us to finally take our receive that blessing in and move with it. So we did get the lookout card as well. So I feel like this is a very spiritual number. 7 for me is spiritual. 7 plus 1 is 8. 8 is infinite. So there's a I'm hearing crash and burn. It feels like some of you have had a tower moment, or whatever has to leave is coming down crashing. And it's like almost like a building imploding, right? You know, have you ever seen clips of when buildings are being destructed on purpose because they just can't be fixed, or there's something with them that's unsafe or unhealthy or whatever. I feel like there's a tower moment here for all of us in some way, shape, or form that that brings something crashing down. And when something crashes down, it can't go any further, right? And so it feels like whatever this is that's crashing down is meant to be put to rest, is meant to be sent away from your energetic movement, from your path. So whatever this is, it almost feels like crashing down unexpectedly. And so I think all of this work that we've been doing has brought us to this point where we are prepared. Now, the human part of us, yes, we are going to feel a bit nervous about something unexpected, but I can assure you that what Spirit is trying to tell us here is this is blessed. This is divine. It is something good for us to move us on our path, right? So that ship, to me, does not represent doom and gloom. That burning ship represents whatever isn't good for us is going to crash and burn. And it is moving out of our path, because for a lot of us, it is a divinely timed, divinely guided path and journey for us. And it does also feel like as we are moving forward in our path, we are protected. And so whatever could harm us or isn't good for us is being, I'm hearing demolished, okay? It's being demolished. So it could be an environment where you live that is, I don't want to say demolished literally, because if you're still living there, obviously no. But I want to say wherever you are living currently, it is no longer in your energy. It doesn't vibrate with your energetic flow. And so in order for you to move forward into your manifestations, into your path of your calling, whatever it is, it has to be removed out of your life, out of your path, out of your energetic flow, okay? But look, number 8 again. Isn't this interesting? So this card was 7 and 1 and 8 is 8. The 5 of Scrolls and the Archangel Gabriel is 5 and 3, right? Equals 8. 8 is a big number today. It's a big number. And 8 is infinite. That means this is divinely guided, divinely orchestrated on your behalf, okay? And look at the last card in this deck that we got. 8 of Scrolls. Huh. Paths unknown. So for some of us, some people feel a rush of excitement when something is unknown, right? And I want to say that years ago I went on this ride called Tower of Terror at, I think it was the MGM Studios is what it was called back then, at a Disney park. I think that was the one. And you didn't know when the thing was going to drop, right? So it was kind of like a setting, like it was an elevator doors that closed and you're in this sort of like a seat, kind of caged a little bit, and it would raise you up and you would go down, up, and then all of a sudden come crashing down. And the excitement, the adrenaline from that, for most people, is what's appealing for that ride. So I feel like the paths unknown is sort of like that. You don't know when something is going to turn. You don't know when something's going to open up before your eyes. And we don't know sometimes when something's suddenly going to change. It feels like whatever this is, it has to crash and burn. On the heels of that is something that opens up in your path that you can see finally, okay? And then it's like a big aha. Oh, that's why that happened. Okay, I get it now. So in order for us to be on track and moving into a new phase of our lives, energetically, it feels like we had to go through this destruction. For some, that might sound mean or heartless, like, oh my God, we have to really be in pain, we have to suffer in order to go forward. It all depends how you look at it. Many people I know would say, that's not right, God is punishing me. Listen, I know that it's easy to blame God, because when my son was killed, I could have easily said, why? Why would you do this? But it was more, in my understanding, the way I believe, it was more of a moment of, it was unfortunate, yes. Oh God, yes, of course. But I didn't blame God. It was more of a situational thing that happened, and it wasn't a pleasant part of my life. And so I feel like things that cause destruction in our lives, they do happen for a reason, okay? Now, I can't go into that whole thing with my son's death and justify, oh, it's okay that he died. No, it's not. But I can see that there are things that happen in our lives that we don't want to happen, but they do. And we have to have the strength to move forward. And so I feel like the ship that's on fire and is sort of, I'm hearing the word going down with a ship. you're going to be still standing. And I don't feel like this is a bad thing in our lives. I feel like this is removing the obstacles, removing ourselves from situations that don't serve us, that really work against us. It feels like for some of you, it could be your job is just taking its toll and you can't do it anymore. For some of you, it could be really toxic coworkers that, maybe it'll be a shock. Maybe somebody will be let go, or somebody leaves, or you didn't expect or plan for this. But as that person leaves or somebody leaves, for example, it opens up a new opportunity for you, for maybe an advancement, or even kind of clears the air, and the energy is so much more tolerable, so much better. So things do happen for a reason, okay? Let me see if there's anything else in this deck that our guides want to share with us. What do we have, guides? Anything else? Or are we good in this one? Yeah, see, I just heard when one door closes, another opens. So the darkness that was kind of over you or inside of you or around you, your light is way too bright to be hidden. And so it feels like this card that says Light of the World, this is a 10. This is completion. You being in the dark will be no longer. Your light will shine so bright that you can't be in the darkness anymore. And that's what this feels like to me. It feels like, again, with the fire here, like with the ship, something has to be destroyed so your light can illuminate as it should. All right? This also feels like a blessing from God. The number 10 is completion. I feel like 0 represents God and 1 represents you. It feels like a union, a unity of coming together of something that is spiritual, that is true and authentic, that is you, okay? You and God, you and your divine creator, hand in hand, and knowing that you might mourn something, like maybe a coworker leaving, a boss, like I said, leaving. You might mourn something, but it's brief. But because what comes on the heels of that, guys, is an amazing opportunity or opportunities for you to move forward, okay? Yeah, there's a treasure here that you haven't seen. It's a gift. You haven't seen what is coming, but it's here, okay? For some of you, you may have already gone through something that you thought you would never do, like move away from your home that you've loved so much, or give up a high-paying job, for instance, for something that's more fulfilling. But there is a treasure here for you. It is a gift from the universe that is actually an extension from you, the extension of you, something that you might have asked for or longed for and never dreamed it would turn out this way. And so Spirit is saying, you may not know everything, but that's okay. You don't need to. You don't need to sweat the details. Let the universe take care of it. Because whatever this is that's coming from you, you're leaving behind the destruction. You're leaving behind the messes. And you're walking into that light, into something beautiful. Right now, this person is looking at the messes, right? He's looking. He's like, what happened here? There's a mess. But that mess, it is actually treasure. If you see coins, let's see here. If you see, what he sees is debris and kind of a mess. But what he doesn't see is flowing out of these all over the floor is a treasure. It could be monetary. It could be money. It could be a new a career advancement. It could be a something that literally saves your life, right? And so that's what this is saying. There's treasure here for you, okay? There's treasure here for you. And it feels like it is blessed by God, all right? Is there anything else, guys? I want to say something interesting. So when I was, right before I turned on the camera here, I saw a white rose. And I saw one petal that was getting ready to fall off because it had served its purpose and it was going away. I also feel like because the rose was white in my vision and the petal that was falling off had some debris, it looked like it had seen better days. You know how they turn kind of wrinkly and discolored, and so it didn't belong anymore there. It served its purpose and it fell off. And that's what I was seeing. And interestingly, I just looked at this card, the garden card, number 5, change, right? So it feels like with this, this message here about the garden, I love roses. And so in front of my house, I have some rose bushes that they are the most beautiful. When they open up and they are at their height, they were at their healthiest, the colors are so vibrant. And I've noticed that when the petals start to fall, it's because it's more like yes, they have served their purpose, they're not needed anymore, but also it's like a natural thing that happens to sort of, how do I say it? This is how I feel. I'm not sure if this is truth, but it's how I feel. That it's sort of, if you've ever heard the phrase, one bad apple spoils the whole crop. So it feels like if it doesn't belong there, it's withering away. It should not belong there because it doesn't belong, right? With the beauty of that rose. And so this garden card, to me, it looks like she's valuing, she's appreciating all of the work she put into these, nurturing these flowers, this garden. This is her sanctuary. And so it feels like we are more in tune with our inner sanctuary, and Spirit is trying to keep our vibration pure. And so when something starts fading away because it served its purpose, let it go. Let it move out of your out of there because it doesn't belong anymore. Sometimes that's painful, though. I'm going to be honest. It's painful when something leaves out of your life that has been part of your life for a while. I'm very sentimental. I get very emotional over things, and but that's okay. That's who you are. Let it be if you are emotional and you experience changes. Let me see if there's anything else. Okay, why are you shuffling upside down? Yeah, see, the sands of time. So the timing is here. Everything is in divine timing. And there's something shifting that is in divine timing right now for you. I want to look at another deck for a moment, if you don't mind. Sacred Traveler cards by Denise Linn. She is amazing. I just love her so much. I would buy all of her cards. But it takes money. And so I have to be careful and buy when I can, right? Let me see what these Sacred Traveler cards have to tell us today. Ooh, thank you. Yeah. You're a beacon. Look at that. A lot of you are being called to a leadership position where you're sort of, doesn't necessarily mean you have to be a manager or anything like that. Being a leader is when you're ready to, um, after you've done your inner work and you're ready to shine your light, to do good in the world, to raise your vibration, it kind of automatically attracts like energy to your energy, your purified energy, your new energy that you've been working on. And so it feels like this wise leader here is you emerging. You're emerging on your path, and you are ready. You're ready to see and accept and to go with whatever is coming in for you. It feels like some of you have had some fierce battles throughout your path, throughout your journey, but these fierce battles have only created opportunity for you to be stronger, for you to learn to use your knowledge and your experience for the good of yourself and for others, okay? So whatever you've learned along the way must have been something pretty important for this card, for Spirit to say you're a wise leader. Some of you may end up writing a book or a tell-all or something like that based on your experiences. You may be part of a group setting where you share your experiences. I do want to say that I have thought about being in a support group for grieving parents, and I haven't done it because I don't know why, to be honest with you. But I feel it could be a good thing. I feel like it could be good for some of you, I'm just using this as an example, to use your experiences with whatever grief or whatever it is to help others. Maybe it's writing a book, or maybe it's posting, doing something on YouTube or another platform. But it does feel like your wisdom and everything that you've endured and have gone through have put you into this place where you are qualified now to be a wise leader, to be a mentor to others. And look what pops out, stepping into power, right? You are strong beyond measure. Your strength. Okay, so I'll say it this way. Whatever we've gone through, and I've told my daughter, my oldest daughter, this before. Every time there's a breakup or something that hurts her, breaks her heart, I always tell her this, honey, this was a learning experience, a stepping stone to bring out your greatness, to bring out your inner, your wisdom, learning from these experiences that haven't been always pleasant, but to now be able to help others if you can, to help others in a positive way, to sort of show them the way, leading by example. And again, I come back to this wise leader, stepping into your power, guys. It can't get more clear than that. And by you releasing control and being fully in your wisdom from these experiences, you are heading out into a successful adventure, okay? A successful future, starting now. Isn't it interesting to know that your future is already set, is already done in the eyes of God, right? In the eyes of the universe. Your whatever is coming for you, whatever you're going to experience, whatever success you're going to have, it's written, and it feels like it's already done. It's just that you need to catch up. And your soul knows it's done. Your soul knows what you're capable of. But we need to catch up to that feeling of that alignment within your soul. And that's when things break through for us. That's when things come through for us. That's when we move into success. That's when we move out of poverty and into a wealthier lifestyle, a well-being. That's when we move out of insecurity and into confidence, right? That's when we move out of self-doubt, which goes along with not being confident, but being more secure in our decisions, being closer to our divine creator, and being in appreciation of having this beautiful path that we can call learning experience. Is there anything else, guides? Anything else? We are embarking on something amazing, I'm telling you. Yeah, we're uncovering our treasure. Look at that. That confirms the other cards that I showed you earlier. We are uncovering treasures. One of those, beneath the surface lies great bounty. Guess what? That great bounty, that great treasure is already here within you. We just have to be in alignment with it so that we can accept, receive, and move with it and be grateful for it, okay? And finally, Spirit says, open up to your spiritual source, right? To work hand in hand, to be a part of this great big future, this journey, this learning experience, along with your guides, along with your divine creator, and working closely with the universe to none of this like going back and forth. I don't know, I'm not sure, I wanted this, but now I'm not sure. Confidence, security, standing firm in your beliefs. I believe that I am meant to be wealthier, or I believe that I am meant to be healthy, vibrant, beautiful. I believe that I am meant to be loving and worthy of love. I believe that I am meant to be the queen or king that I am. And so this is what Spirit is trying to convey to us. Like, maybe you've heard this many times, but Spirit is kind of like trying to say, do you believe it now? I've told you this over and over, and I think now people are trying to finally understand and realize the importance of self-confidence, of trusting your guides, trusting the universe, trusting in you, because we are all an extension of this great, vast universe that is an extension of your divine creator, right? So, yeah, you are going to savor your life because you helped to create this beautiful life that's ahead for you. I don't know that there's anything else today. I will just sort of, let me see if the psychic tarot for the heart cards have anything to say before we close this out, okay? I love being with you guys. I just love it so much. Isn't it funny how earlier I said I've been learning to choose my battles? Look what card popped out. Excuse me. Choose your battles. And so for some of you, I feel like this could even be thoughts coming in that derail you. For some of you, it could just be you work with or deal with difficult people. Excuse me. My throat is drying up now. I feel like we are manifesting and our manifestations are coming to life, okay? So, listen, guys. This has been an honor, has been my pleasure. It has been a beautiful experience always and yet again. I am so thankful and grateful and humble with this opportunity to share this energy with all of you. I'm going to close this out now and wish you all a beautiful day and days ahead. Sorry for my throat. why don't we do a quick breathing in and out, feeling your shoulders rise and fall. Sorry again for my voice. Clearing everything, letting it absorb into your energy, letting this message penetrate into your soul, and moving forward in love and light. Love and light to all of you. Until next time, I can't wait to be with you again. Have a blessed day. Namaste.